Good morning, everyone. Once again, here we are. A typical Friday stock market day. Let's see what we do today with the stream. I'm soaked. The box of the computer is soaked. I need a roll of gray tape, thick, wide, to make the box extra strength by making it heavier with a lot of tape. And I gotta wait until the cardboard is sort of dry. If not, the cardboard is just gonna peel away. Look, doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Yesterday it rained, right? Like an idiot. I went to my usual spot because I found a spot that it could rain and I could sleep under leaves, right? So I'm walking, right? It's turning into a torrential downpour. It's turning to like 6 inches of water within 15 minutes of rain, right? Something like that, real heavy. We're talking about 6 inches in 15 minutes. Torrential with wind. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna make it. I think that tree will hold. I think I will stay. I think I think that tree will keep me dry. Be dry. So I'm walking there and I'm walking there and I'm getting soaked, headed to that tree, and I get underneath the tree, looking at the drops falling on the bench. I'm like, no, that's way too much. The bench was flooded and I was already drenched, thinking that I could sit on there underneath that bench. Like, I was so focused, laser focused to sit under that bench yesterday that I got soaked. And then the sun came out. And then I was like, yeah, this warmth is okay. It's okay. You know, I try to make my body heat, warm everything that's still wet. I'm still soaked. I'm still soaked. I'm still wet. All of me is wet. All of me, everything. The suit is damp. The shirt is damp still. Just let it dry in there because that was technically a shower by God. Give me an extra, more shower at all. I don't need showers. I'm a soldier. Soldiers don't shower. Soldiers get twice, twice to wet themselves in 6 months. And if they don't like it, they get a court martial. So imagine what they go through. You think they got a hot shower, piping hot shower to get naked and bathe? They don't got none of that. So I'm like one of those that doesn't care. Anyways, let's check the stock market today because the plan for today is big bucks. We're making big money. We're going for five contracts, 50%, or close at by the top. Or I forgot the fucking Wi-Fi. I forgot the password is so big. Hold on. There we go. Oh yeah. Knowing that by the top is a much better signal than 50%, right? And much safer signal than 50%. That's the one that we're gonna take. We're gonna do either or. And if it's bigger than 50, for real. Because if we hit 50% with 50 contracts, I will go buy the roll of tape today. I will go buy the roll of tape myself. I'll find that roll of tape and roll this bitch up. You got to go to Target or something. If I do find it, because I think Target doesn't have thick tape, I got to basically box. Basically, I'm going to put the computer in the box, right? Everything in the box completely, and then just wrap around it and then cut around the edges. And then inside too, so that it's nice and tight and strong for the future. The Inside box, the same thing. As best as I can, around and over to protect it. Got wet. Got to protect that. Without that, the computers could go. That's the best defense to the world. I'd rather have the computer in the box and put it in a bag than just put it in a bag. 'Cause these things are weak. They're weak. Market opens in half an hour. Let's see what we find today out here. The MACD's 40. It's really bullish out here on the 30. Really bullish. We might have tapped into mana. We might have touched that green zone I mentioned the day before my yesterday, the night of cancel that. Day of my birthday. No, we didn't. We did not so far. Macro demand is at 596.08. We're not even close to that yet. We are 96.9. So 96.9. We're at the bottom of this lower wick. If it does touch the green, for sure, it should skyrocket. What you're looking at, or you know, looking to, identify is that 594.08. That's the 21-day moving average or the 20-day moving average. If it goes under 94, the market's gonna slip, and it's not looking as close to a bear flag as it did on the 18th, right? But you can never be too certain in the direction of the market, right? I could put a little question mark here until it starts getting close. And if it starts touching it and going underneath 21, just go short long term and set it to forget it. Yeah, that MACD on the 30 is strong. Got a 0.4 right there. 0.4 is the juice that this needs. 75% candle since midnight. Green ones. Lots of bullish. You see all that bullish underneath, all the way down to 94? You see that? That's basically all of this. You see it, right? You can see it on the minute. Makes sense, right? You guys can see what's happening on the minute. Look at all this demand right here. All these people buying this, right? From 596.85 all the way down to flat 94 is identical of what shows on the macro. So it's basically 96 96.86, which is the area that we touched already on the minute, and well into 94, in which on the minute is showing as 94.91. So all of that is market juice to go higher. Hopefully that support stands and we're not testing it to that 94. Let's check trades made during the week. That gold call is getting burned. Gold is going down like crazy. I have no idea why. How many days out do I have? August? Let's leave it there. Let's see if we get a gold rally from here to there. It slipped a lot of points. All right, BGT, there's nothing there. United Healthcare strong with 308. It's a very nice 1.6 million on that. And my oil is up 1,000. What's the mark at? 82. I need oil to go to 120, something like that. Something big with the Middle East. Big booms. So that's all we're waiting for. Hey, stop it. All right, so we could probably do the trades now. Where are we headed though? We're probably heading 96. We're probably opening 96 bound right here. We're probably opening in this area. If we open in 95, it's 95 is way too close to 94. And 94.08 is right there at your face. Like, what's up, Bobby? We're going to slip the market if we go down that way. So we're going to go for 96, praying we don't start at 95, because then it'll be a bear test. You know, if we open at 95 today, there's a chance if we pull back and we start hitting, and that question mark goes to bear flag, just like, hey, shit, oh shit, be careful, careful, because this might go down a little longer than expected. All right, 0 DTE 596, right? We're going for twice in the money. We're buying, right? We're buying 50%. 50%. We had an OCO. First trigger OCO. Duplicate order right there. We do a market. We do a conditional study. SPY. Hey, buy the top on that. And hopefully there's a $4 rally today. I'm looking for something juicy. Like, I want the market to not stop. You know, that's what I'm praying for today. I don't care where the top. I don't care where it opens. I could be in the red. I don't care. Because remember, this is not going to close until it hits 50% or the top. I want to go to the bottom, find the top, and lock it in. And I hope it's a $4 rally today. Hope it's a $4 rally. Some vicious that we don't get 50%, because 50% will be unattainable. But we get the top. You know, we get the top, and the top be 500, 600, 700. Ooh, you know, 700. Right, 50% be 1,000 at this price. You know, these contracts are expensive. It's 3 times 400. They're 383 right now. Then 3 bars, baby. How much was it? 1,500 for this trade. 1,500 for this trade, which is common. I've done a 5 contract trade before with real money. I've done that before. But it's for real, B. If 50% is on the table, but it's not on the table, it's 900. It's right, $900, $1,000, and the market is not going to move up 5. You know, it's not going to go way up top. The top is going to find something like it did on Friday. 460, 460. Oh, you know, giggle money. You know, and I didn't even I went to the bathroom. That's what happened on the 18th on my birthday. My first birthday shit when I was 40 years old. When I turned 40, I hit 5 contracts at 30%, 5 contracts at close by the top or at the top, and another one 30% or by the top. I went in the bathroom, right? I sat down on the toilet and I heard the phone go ka-ching. I'm like, oh, that's profit. One closed already. Which one? Which one? But I was ignoring, sitting down. I was just listening to the phone close the trade. And ching, 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 ching. I'm like, damn, it closed. Holy shit. And then I go to the library, right? And all of them closed. The one that had to buy the top, the 30% hit because they hit 599 on the 18th in the morning, right after the dip. And I was negative $700. Negative 700 is a lot of money, right? So I'm like, oh, beep, 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 beep. And I open a computer and the active trader is black. There's nothing there. Nothing profit PL open. All right. It's like, oh my God, there's nothing there. Oh my God, there's nothing there. Check phone for profit. The video, like one eye open, looking like Fat Joe, like like a pirate. For real. Making that kind of money in the stock market without looking at it's real special. And that's basically the goal today. No stop loss, naked, all the way out. Balls deep. Balls deep, baby. 847, 847. We definitely took a big loss yesterday to pay $43. Replaced the screen on the phone. I bought dollar bill. Yes, right. Really like that. And I went back 2 in the morning and nap. I bought and just I threw a lot of money yesterday. 55, right? $6 in there. I do. Spend $4 spend how I operate. Right? If I take a law that I wasn't looking at, that I did, money based on bad luck. Yes, it was on bad luck. Bad luck, baby. Horrible luck. It's like, I'm just drop $1,000 saving that money. Restaurant. That's why I took to have beers. Man, turn on that machine. It's knowing. I think the stream is taking more to the bandwidth, and its connection is still pretty good. Yeah, they shut down the internet here, or the internet should be working here, but it's not. And people need that internet, but they'll shut it down. It's not here. It's supposed to be here, but it's not showing. Yeah, it's not there. Brookfield Place is missing altogether. Just to stop me from streaming. Look at that. Look at that jealousy. Not gonna stop me. You're not gonna stop me down the block or my success in life. You're not gonna stop me from getting this money. You're not gonna take my clothes. You're not gonna destroy my computer a second or third time. You're not gonna be able to do none of that. So please wake up from this illusion of control and live your life. And live your life. My finances is screaming today. Screaming. So good. $73. $80 month to month. And guess what happens? See that you least expected $24 under. It's the easy. There we go. $55 left in checking since that till the next month. 14 under. We went from 80 under to 14 under in one day. That's life, B. That's life. And I had to do it. I had to do it. I'm not gonna sit there and do nothing when I have unknown expenses like car repair, transmission replacement. Let me go get some sushi. Let me get hammered. Let me get something for myself. I got to. It's part of life. You're not gonna stay there and be extra greedy. When life makes you pay up, pay double. Cause fuck the master, fuck the God. fuck the evil, fuck the karma that did this to you in the first place. And it feels suspect when my phone slipped from where it was onto the ground. A black woman, a black girl kind of ran that way. So it's kind of suspect. It was a little bit weird when the phone fell. Maybe it was someone, as I was looking to the floor, tried to take the phone, and she missed in taking the phone, and it slipped. She sort of like made it fall into the ground. I sort of felt that yesterday. She looked scared as fuck, kept moving faster. I think it was a near robbery of the phone or intentional, trying to make it fall into the floor. I felt that yesterday from that African American female. What do you think they do that? Why are they looking to stop? Flashy clothes, a jumpsuit, you know, they'll pick 101 excuses, try to destroy your property. We got half an hour before the market starts. God damn, I'm sweating. Brr. God gave me a chance. It cleaned all that sweat from me because before the rain, I was all wet. I was like inside a tanker. Woo, clear, boom, boom. Really hot in the middle of the Afghanistan sun. It was extra spicy out there yesterday, and then it cooled off. 97.6. I'm not liking the open. I'm not liking the open, baby. It's taking my profit. I don't like. You're looking at the 9 o'clock candle. It tells you a lot. Every 4 hour block, the trend is telling you something. That's how I see it. Remember, because I work on these principles. So when I see the 10-day high at 9 o'clock or near 9 in the morning, I see an above the channel 9 a.m. And that's a sell signal. So the market might be a short sell open. It's already aiming at a short sell open just by being up top on the channel, right? So if it stays at 597.8 or 598, in by the next 4 minutes, right? Five five 597.88 or 598 at 9 o'clock at open. 597.50 is a sell signal. You see? So 597.50, just 50 cents. 50 cents above that 598 or wherever that high is, you can already tell that the day is going to start short selling. The day is already on a nosedive. Just looking at the 9 a.m. angle, I'm teaching you. I'm giving you a little bit of that pop, pop, knowing the future a little bit. So at 9 a.m. right there at the top, that big peak right there, and it's been a big run up. It's been running up since. It's probably a significant gap up. It's been running since 5 in the morning from 593, in which on the macro is this a red flag. All right, we got it. I already got it. That's a red flag. We found it. We touched the red flag, and so this market could be short. I'm going long, but I'm gonna open a put. I'm going both ways today. I'm gonna open a put because we already touched 593. That's way past the 21-day moving average. The 20-day moving average, that's below it, all the way down here, right? Where is that? 593.71. The 21-day moving average is at 94, right? 593.37, that's down here. 93.7. That's underneath it. We had a test. That's a red flag. We got to open 50%. We got a put at 50% limit. We're doing the same thing, create an OCO. And we're trading both ways today. Up, down. Up till it finds the top, down till it finds the bottom. Over. Either it rallies and I catch the bottom, right, at open, or either or. Whatever happens, happens. First trigger OCO. Go for 50%. Duplicate order. Market. Right. Market. 5, 5. Buy the dip. Hey, look back and found that we crossed below. So that's a fucking ginormous macro red flag, right? And it's aligned with the 9 a.m. If you look at both things, touching the 21-day moving average and seeing that at 9 o'clock, it's making the high, it's making a ramp up, and then it found support at 9 o'clock. It's already telling you that it might stay up there. That 9 o'clock might be the area in which you start a short to start going down. Dip. By the dip, true. 1 equal 3. That's a huge ramp up since the morning. 93.98, 593.98 is telling me that pre-market made most of the money again. Like always, pre-market be always making a big bucks. When the market gets good or gets a little tense, pre-market's just the one. Pre-market the one that's making a big buck. $6, $7 rally, $7 rallies just for having a $590 membership. That's all you need. Trade pre-market. You gotta go to Schwab.com, look for pre-market trading, pay the $590 monthly, right? The subscription or whatever, and trade those quotes before the market opens. And that's it. That's it. You're rich. You're rich. $6 profit. So, and you could tell that those signals, right? You could tell that those signals, the signals that I created, work better in pre-market than in open. Open is way too volatile. Pre-market If it says sell signal, it's going to be a sell signal right there, and it's not going to retest. It's just going to be like sell signal all the way down. On a nosedive, buy signal, a ramp up 6 points to the 9 o'clock. 4 full hours of nonstop money making, and it's about to show a sell signal, or it's already about to show a sell signal at 9 o'clock. It's about to do that. About to do that, baby. It is not a game. It is not a game. This is not a game you play in the morning every day. There we go. Submit now. And we have both. Now we have 2 contracts. We're trading both ways. Both ways until we find something. You see that sell signal is going to be right there in a few seconds. All it has to do, right? Let me check the candle at 9 o'clock on the dot. 9 on the dot. What was it? It's getting a buy signal. You see that? I'm getting a VWAP trend that's bullish and a long position right at 9 o'clock or right before 9 o'clock. We might be going to 900 or 600 today. All right, 9 o'clock candle. Wait, which one is it? This one. 9 o'clock candle open, 597.74, close 597.79. So 597.30 is a short. It's just the market. You can't ask no more from a rally in SPY. You cannot. You cannot. It's 593, 597.74. Trend to trend, signal to signal. Buy signal at 5 in the morning, 9 o'clock, boom. Like what? They always work like that. The sell signal is about to appear here, and it's holding as support. I mean, support's a little higher than that 9 o'clock signal, but this 597.9 is looking like it's going to hold that support. And if not, with that MACD at 48, which is extremely bullish, we're going to 900. I mean, we're going to 600. Up here, 599 or something like that. That's either of the two possibilities for today. We go down, 597.3 short. I already got 3 contracts on the dip. They're going to be bought at the same time like that. Pop. At 9 o'clock, what I want to do, whenever orders enter, they go like that. Pop. One up, one down. When it goes up, either 50% or close at the top. Whenever it registers that it hit a top, then go down. And the one that goes down, whenever it finds the dip, close, swish. That's it. Simple. The simplicity of eventually in the future, I'm not going to need that 50%. I'm not going to need that limit order there. I'm just going to buy the conditional. I'm going to trade the conditional. Why? Because it makes the most money. The condition trades the most money. And it's an overbought, oversold position. Buy the dip, buy the top. It's basically RSI. It's overbought, oversold at a certain threshold. For those people who don't know what a buy the dip is, and you have to fine tune it so that it identifies the peaks, the tops or the bottoms. How many tops, how many bottoms you want? Those are your entries, or that's your DCA. DCA. Continued cost averaging. You can get shares, contracts there, and you'll skim the top of the losses by buying at a particular level over time. Dollar cost averaging. They're DCA. Buying them at the same area every day. If you like to buy shares, whatever happens, if you get a loss, the next time you buy, you're going to continue ramping up the day. It's going to hold. I already see this supply here. No. I think it's going to be a short. I still have a chance to cancel the long call. But the MACD is telling me, yo, this is real bullish. You know, a 0.48 on the 30 MACD, that's a huge fucking green candle on the 30-minute candle, right? You switch the aggregation period with that MACD. The first one is green. The question is, how high is it gonna get? I mean, we could even check it out. Let's see how high is it gonna get before we start short selling. We can just check it and see how high will be that first. How high will it start hitting supply? See if it's gonna rally or if there's some early reversal right there at a 30-minute candle. It's some real shit, baby. It's not a game. It's what happens. This is my 7th year out here. 7th year, baby. Seventh. All right, what do we got? All right, we see no supply above. We see supply starting at 600. But there's two trend lines in the way. And trend lines are strong. The market's been on a pullback for the last, that's not a trend line, for the last 3 days. It's not too strong. The trend line is not too strong, but it is strong. I call trend lines by a multiplicative factor of how many days it has been in play, right? A 1 day trend line, right? Yesterday the market did a high, and you have a resistance line. That's a weak one. It's just 1 day. It could be bulls could take that over. But once it reaches 6, 7, 12 days of a resistance line there, bulls start having real difficulties, and they're going to tend to bottom out before before taking over the whole, you know, all of the, the angle resistance to then make a new high disappear and make a new resistance line. So it's looking like we got till 600, baby, until supply, unless there's new supply. You see it? Do you see the ramp up, right? 593 right here. Buy signal at 5 in the morning. Huge ramp up. You can take a picture of this. History, science book, bullish trend. All the way there. 9 o'clock candle. Already showing some supply. You could tell that the 9 o'clock candle has some supply forming between 597.27 and 597 line. So they there's sellers there, but there's at the 8:30, 9 o'clock, then the candle the upside so far. It seems they're gonna push above the resistance line. That's basically so, trade this. Hopefully, hopefully, a switch number. We do a win. If we go the trigger at the bottom, big profit at the downside, and we ramp up and go up for today. Because if we go up all back and we create, those puts are going to be in hot water, and they're turned down here. They're not going to return today at the bottom of the 9 o'clock 30-minute candle. They're not going to touch this level down here. So 96 might be out and gone for good for the day, and the puts might burn. I might have to decide to close either or, depending how I see the open. But the red flag is in play. We touched that red flag, so we could put a red flag here on the daily. And it might be a significant gap up day, right? So I'm expecting in 20 minutes my gap indicator to say significant gap up, volume up, what else? Volume, average spike, a bullish signal based on the amount of the amount of move that it did overnight. Average spike, significant gap up, volume up, any of these bullish signals on the opening candle. And if there is, I remove the puts. I go like buy puts. No puts for today. We're going for $1 profit. This is bullshit. Like I said, pre-market makes most of the money. We are going. I'm buying 5 contracts, right, in the money for $1 profit so far. That's how it looks like. So they're not. It's not looking like a lot of profit. It's not looking like we're gonna go to 602 today. It's looking like we're gonna touch this supply with that 30 candle and then done. Push this one here and cap. Uh, I gotta work today. I hate it. I hate it that I gotta make some money today. I should be trading already. I should, but I'm a little scaredy cat. If I don't have new money, I won't do it. I need to have surplus $300, B. And this place is too expensive to have surplus $100. You see, I got the surplus 77 and the phone broke just to stop you. Like, you got, fuck you got. It's a surplus $80 to just throw that money away. Just crump up 320s and another month. That's basically what's gonna happen. Let's give it 15 more minutes to market open, baby. And it's filling in below. Real important thing about this too is look at where the candle is filling on the daily. Look at where that is filling. We already touched the macro, right? We already touched the macro, right? We already touched the moving day average. The 9 o'clock is higher, right? It's higher than the rest. We could ignore MACD, right? We could ignore the MACD on the 30-minute. It might be a pullback. There might be more profit to the downside than to the top. And these people know that. These people know that it's going to be a dollar rally. They know. They're not dumb. They have better equipment than we do. They got Bookmap. They're trading with Bookmap right now. They know that there's the bearish activity right there on that key level. They know. So this ramp up right here, you see it from right here, 593 to that 9 o'clock right there. It's telling you that it might just take a nosedive. I'll trade it anyway. I'll just trade it blind unless I get a significant signal. If I get a bullish gap signal, then I take the puts off the table. I'll just cancel them by highlighting or whatever. And monitor just be like, nope, cancel them at loss making, remove that trade. The one that has the P on it. This one. Getting tired here a little bit, but it's okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm feeling the juice. I should have stayed in bed. I need to sleep in. Maybe I'll sleep in tomorrow for good, just and wait till 3 p.m. to come charge my shit here. Till 3 p.m. Something like that. Like a lot of time. Hopefully you don't bother. Just lay down and relax. Maybe pull out the tarp. Pull out the tarp. Pull out the blanket, right? Take everything off, open it up to the sun so that it dries pretty well, gets nice and cooked, and stretch these legs. I need a big sleep. Haven't got how many days, right? It's been, I think, was it last weekend? I need a big one. I need a pretty significant nap, like a 6 hour, 12-hour nap, something big. Just stay there and relax. So I wake up, I don't sleep. I go to sleep at 2 in the morning, wake up at 6, and do that 7 days in a row. And if I take an hour nap in the night, 3 hour naps either in the night in the afternoon, it doesn't offset my energy needs. Like I carry this. This is heavy. It's not easy to carry my stuff. So I need 12 hours and just stretch and get up and feel light. Yeah, light feet. Yeah. Ready to go, like I could tell when I'm tired when I can't carry my stuff. Today was fine in the morning, but my feet were not light. My feet were heavy, and that's how I weigh if I'm tired or if I'm well rested. Well rested, the feet should be really light when walking, carrying, bearing weight. The hands should not feel any physical weight because I carry a lot. Me down. You could tell the effect of gravity, like boom. Okay, we're tired. The body can't handle this today. Today we rested, but the feet did not get late enough. So I need 6 hours at least, another six from the amount of the time I slept. And it was uncomfortable yesterday. It was cold as hell. It was cold. It went from 100 degrees to 60 degrees. 40-degree difference last night. Like, oh shit. I had to pull the blanket out and put it on me. I had to, you know, do what I need to do. You see how it's bundling up? How candles are flatlining at the 9 o'clock? How they're all just there? And it's right there. There's a lot of demand in this area. This trend line should start pushing up, but they got to the 9, right? And that's not good. That's telling me it's gonna pull back. It might pull back. Or we get a significant signal and it changes everything. The MACD at the 30 is showing 50 now. 50, right? If 20 is 3 points, right? 25, 30 is 3 points. 50 is aiming at a four point day. $4 gain on SPY. It's a big move. 50 right there already. Oh, but the setup is not too good. Current setup touching the 21-day moving average. All of it is against this bullish trend, right? They made all the money in pre-market like they always do. They take those $4 trends. The people trade this pre-market. They wake up at 4 in the morning, see that signal. I would destroy this signal if I had pre-market. If I could trade pre-market, knowing how good are my pre-market signals, I'd be like, oh, wake up, oh, there's a buy, pop, and wait till 9 o'clock and close it, because it's not going to reverse on it. It's going to be steady. It's not going to be like the American Open. It's going to be buy and just float up like every day. It never gets retested. You never see an up and down and retest of that buy signal. My signals are And that's the $76 million signal. That's a $78 million signal on NQ with 2,000 shares or 20 contracts on NQ, which is definitely a lot of money. Technically, one step down the S&P. Right, it goes. Look at it. You can see it. It's right there where the mouse is at. It goes whoop, and it never comes back down. It's every day. You can see pre-market makes most of the money. It's an investment. You got to make more than $500 a month to consider investing $590 to trade pre-market. Let me ask Chaport, how can I trade, right? How can I trade? Is there a subscription, which I think how it works, to trade pre-market on SPY? Hey, Jackie. Pre-market makes the most money. Big rally today. I want like I want to trade at 5 in the morning, and options don't work 5 in the morning. Only shares, right? All right. All right. So no subscription, but no. All right. Thank you, Jackie. I forgot what the heck was that 590 for then. So I can't do it at pre-market with no options. So I can't quantify my earnings trading a $500 asset. You know, 500. Have a good day, Jack. Happy trades. Close that. 5 more minutes, baby. 5 more minutes. So we can, but it's going to be shares. Who's going to trade $500 shares? I'm not. I'm not going to trade $500 shares. For what? It's a waste of time. Right, 598.36. You see what's happening, right? You see what's happening? You see what's happening pre-market? It might be now a continuation of the 5 a.m. signal. It might be a continuation. Now that trend line was broken, it's pushing up. We might go to 600 today. We still got $2 of profit. Pray to the gods. And that's that upside. 637 is 50% with 5 contracts at 598. So you could tell that it's $2 profit to get that 50%, that 50% limit order on the bullish trade. And it's the same thing for the bearish trade. And you could tell that the bearish trade is at 594. You see that? The put limit orders at 594. So we're going to cancel the put. We're going to cancel the put because this is out of the question and 50% is way too much. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Got to get rid of that put. This one right here. We got to get rid of the put. This one. Cancel that order. There we go. It's been removed. It's not feasible. We're gonna let the bullish play out. Let's see what happens. 4 more minutes. I gotta get out of here at 9:35. We get no monies. What happened to the tick strike? What happened to the tick strike? That's financial juice, right? What happened? All right, I'm gonna open new puts. We got 2 minutes, and I think I'm gonna open 30% puts, just in case. Just in case. I'm gonna open 30%, not 50. Some 30% put out there, right? Make an OCO order for the bottom. First trigger OCO.
Foreign Minister Arakchi arrives at Geneva venue for discussions with European counterparts. This is the E3 meeting that is supposed to happen. It's an all-day event, but it is on the calendar as well anyway.
We're gonna do a little quickies.
One minute to go down to we get the market on close imbalance. Excuse me, market on open imbalance data.
Dip by the dip. 1 1 1 1 1. All right. Go. 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 Time cannot be in the future. 50. Before. On time. On time. All right, we got this dip. Where's the limit order? All right, the limit order is at 595, and it's above the main trend. That one might hit. We're in. Woo!
Market on open imbalance. S&P 500 buy side 1.4 billion. Nasdaq 100 buy side 419 million. Dow 30 buy side 234 million. Mag 7 buy side 226 million.
Open that vertical, baby. Open that vertical. Open that if they don't open, I'm gonna be real mad. All right. I don't think these trades is gonna open. Thank you. Put the call open. We got a 689 50%. Something happened there. The call closed incorrectly. Why is that? Something happened. Something happened incorrectly today. What was it? I'm going back in. All right. Once again, maybe it's because it's the top. Maybe it is because it is the top. Here we go. Once again. Let's try again. Maybe it found the top and it got out, but it got out cleanly. 50% duplicate trade. Market. Yeah, I think it found the top already. But I'm going to go back in regardless. No loss making on that. There. By the top. One. Incredible break. Third rate. Hopefully not top. I said it's probably we're back in with another. Hopefully it means get to the top. But it's not anywhere. It closed safely. It said no. It's going down. You see that's to protect your trades. Well, that trade could get burned. And all right, here we go. We got a black signal here. What does it say? Low of day gap up. What we got right now? We got a low of day gap up. Got to change the background of this chart right here. Low of day gap up. Oh, we're doing good. I think we're going to be good. But that 599 is looking just like 9 o'clock. When you're looking at this from this perspective, you could consider not the 9 o'clock candle as the short sold candle, but the 928 candle as the lower high candle, like, so it's over. It's probably going to be put unless this is tested and broken. We're going to be waiting here for either or. Whew. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Ding, 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 ding. I'll see you guys at 10:15.